Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
With 61, matchbox, lights. Hey, Delta.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Locke throwing on target to Fant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Let's go, get set. Now.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw it is Locke. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Yeah, let's go set.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Kenny Stills, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Final week of the year, an absolute must-win game for them, so they needed to get on the board first. They were able to do just that.
And you laid out the stakes. So just think what they've been working with this entire build-up towards this game. Must win. Got to get on the board first. They accomplished that. Now they can't have any type of a letdown. Long way to go in this one.
They'll run on first down. Ward. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Foles. Wide open receiver, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Foles. He's going to rifle one deep. This is caught inside the 15. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Got him in. Open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes. Up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On 2nd and 7, Locke, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Ward. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
You draw Corker.
They run it with Ward. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now Foles. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking. Now, Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On the ready.
Silver.
Hey, Sue. 51. Ready?
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On the ground with Ward. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Hayden scored. Hayden scored. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
At the 37-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Past the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They look to throw. It's Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now Austin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He's got his big tight end, Fant. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Down. 30 base.
You gotta get the ball. See, get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
I'm here all day.
Topper.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
218, chop, get it.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Locke completes it to Fant on the right side. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside, Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go, go.
They'll drop to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Send him west. Pick, pick.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set, 8, read.
Check back. Jim,
Fight.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Looking to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, but it'll be second down.
Ready.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Echo.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Flushed out right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Deep rip.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Ward.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Von Miller in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike 9, Mike 9. Bang out, bang out, bang out. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Switch, switch, switch. Check the backer, check the backer. Check 4, check 4.
Hey, goal, down goal, down goal.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Ready? 60 or.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 3, check 4.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey fighting him off. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And 7 yards to go.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, orbit.
Check 93 the mic, 93 the mic.
Get it.
Lock working out of the gun. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Miller with a 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the... And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got zero.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Foles now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
DJ Swearinger on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Foles, he'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ward, and he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Get a 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the
Again on the ground, again it's Ward. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go there.
And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. This is taken at his 4. A beautiful fake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now McManus for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Broncos 54, Eagles 21.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like...
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Von Miller in there for a big milestone in this game. That's sack number 198 of his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer Reggie White for second place all time. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second and long. Foles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. And he's going to go down again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. That'll bring up second down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll actually throw it with Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Ready up. 51 to Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hit it.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.